Terry, this is your lesson from May 27th, 2022. It was the start of your that chipping lesson, but you know, you're on the right here, and there's some things you can work on. See how he's more over the ball. He's got his spine angle, and I think you're hitting both the same club. It's like a 7 or 8 iron. His spine angle is probably 15 degrees greater than your spine angle. See how he's more over the ball, and when you get over the ball, your butt goes out behind you. You know, so it's a higher butt. See how his butt's up high? Yours is kind of rounded under it, like you're on the bar stool at Boulevard's asking for another wine, which you don't drink. And see how the angle between his arms and the shaft is actually better. So I'd say work on that posture a little more. The flex in the knees is great, but I like to see that butt up a little higher and a little more over the ball. I think I measured it. His spine angle is like 15 degrees greater than yours. So it just helps body lines and everything else. Okay, so then the takeaway. So P1 is good. I like the idea that your eyes are up here, eye line's up here. So the next step is, so when the shaft is parallel, the shaft is first parallel to the ground, it's drug a little inside. So watch. See how you can't see here. Draw. See how the club overlaps his hands when viewed from behind. Yours is out here left. I like the fact that the toe of the club is up. That's good. Like the fact that you haven't shifted the butt of the club way out here, shoved it away. You know, I think, see how your right arm is that's a pretty good bend there, and I think that's what's jerking this thing inside. See, at this point, Herschel's right arm is effectively straight. Okay, so that's what it just makes it easier if the club's out here. So then the next step, it goes to like that shoulder tilt. See that shoulder tilt? It's really good. Okay, so this is where the arm's parallel. Okay, so when he gets it up, left arm parallel to the ground, see how his elbows, even at this stage, is under supporting it. Your elbow knob is getting back behind you. And see how his wrists are like 90 degrees set. Yours is only like, you know, 70 degrees set. But you know, the main thing, and part of this, I'm sure, is because you're working on trying to shallow it out. Well, and you know, part of your shallowing out is done early, and the shallowing out comes with a late forearm rotation, left forearm rotation over right. Here you're just manipulating with your hands. Okay, so then you get to the top. Okay, so see how the wrists aren't really quite set? And then you get to here. Okay, see how that upper right arm is or the elbow's pointing like behind you? And look, with Herschel, when he gets it up here, see his elbow, if you have the right angle, is just about in front of his body. And see how the right upper arm is coming out of the monitor for Herschel, and for you it's going back. Okay, so I'll give you a hard copy of this. I think you got Adam Scott, but let's give you another one. Okay, so then, and see how his right hip is rotated back. It's no longer on that back wall, which is denoted here with that green line. So he's gone back. Now, when you come down, okay, so here's the shaft. So your hands are shoulder height. And so are his. See how that elbow is inside his body when viewed from behind? It gets better. Yes, so that left arm is parallel to the ground. Okay, so we'll give you a copy of that too. And then, okay, so see this green line where I'm going to point a arrow to? The butt of the club started where that cyan arrow tip is, and so it's right on this green line. Now as you come down, the butt of the club gets in front of that green line. And you get down. See, it's more shallow than it has been, but look at Herschel. When he comes down, you can't see it, it's a blur, but I'll draw here. There's his shaft, right up his forearm. Yours is not. Okay. Relatively close, but and the reason is, see, his elbow is now crawling across in front of him. Now he's rotated the body so it's not directly in front of his stomach, but it's inside his body, and he's leading, the elbow's leading his hands to the impact zone. You know, and look at his left hip. Yours has actually come away from the back wall like 2 inches, whereas his left cheek is starting to bulge out behind that back wall. Now, look, it's primarily due to this early footwork. See, he's going to his toe. He's already rolled that foot. Now he's gone to his toe, which pushes that left hip back. Your heel's still on the ground. There's no movement in that right foot until now. Okay, so now that's after impact. So now you're starting to raise that left foot. Now, this position of your lower body, not with respect to the back wall, but you know, see, you got the one cheek and two cheek. Well, that's that's what you should be like at impact. Look, now he really clears. You don't have to clear that much, but we got to see those two cheeks. See how he gets that left hip back? It's like 2 or 3 inches from the back wall. Don't need that, but we do need to see two cheeks like this. See, here's your impact position. Okay. So we'll give you a hard copy of that too. Okay, so and then you kind of come through. You exit right on plane. That's really good. And the spine angle you have has remained, which is pretty amazing when you consider you come away from the back wall. And look, you got the footwork fine. And look, the belt buckle's facing the target. It's just a little late. So as he comes through, I think he's trying to probably hit a cut. He's a little steeper off plane. He's on plane here, then he just kind of holds on and steepens it up. See, he's got the back bend at this point. You don't have any back bend, but that's not sinking the ship. Okay.